It's impossible. I think it's illegal in most states.
Along these roads we roam, we find adventure through traveling, camping, boondocking, and exploring.
Hello everybody and welcome to Vlogcast episode number 66. My name is Russ.
I'm Kerry.
And we are the roads we roam. What you're watching right now is our vlog where we basically just talk to the camera. If you're more interested in seeing areas that we've been to and things that we're doing that we're talking about right now, check out our Saturday videos. But there is a lot of information here that you're just not going to get on those Saturday videos, so these are great to watch too.
It gives you a lot of background.
Exactly. So we also have two opportunities where we get to talk to you live. That is Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, and then again Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern.
And occasionally, don't forget our tip and trick videos, as well as the camper cooking with Kerry.
Yeah, I think we're going to be doing a camper cooking with Kerry here real soon.
We are with
some chili.
One of our friends gave us the recipe. I'm going to try it for the first time, so you'll catch all of the mayhem, mishaps, or perfection on the video. Okay, we are jumping right into it today.
Okay.
Because today is Q&A Tuesday.
Yes, those are always fun. I always learn a lot from these.
And the reason why we're jumping into it, right before, as we were getting set up, I normally have them all kind of listed out, and Russ just mentioned a question or a comment that somebody mentioned on Facebook that I thought was really good, and I didn't grab it, and it was about our bed.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't remember the name, but it's on the Facebook page there for Minimaxes and Max. Basically, she saw one of our videos, and it's apparent when you look at our videos, our Saturday videos, that our mattress is not the stock mattress.
The standard mattress, right.
So she asked what type of mattress it was, what we did with the old mattress, and did we have any problems getting this new mattress to fit?
Well, that was one of the selling points for me with the Little Guy Max. The mattress that they have in there, I think, is perfect if you're just doing a weekend.
Yeah, it's comfortable enough.
It would be comfortable enough. But for full timing, the fact that I was able to put in a standard queen mattress.
Yeah, not just a regular queen mattress. We're talking a 14-inch pillow top.
That was the big selling point for me, because we had just bought it a few months before.
We sold everything and took this crazy adventure on.
I didn't really want to get rid of that. Plus, to be honest, I wanted to test their claim that it fit a queen mattress.
Yeah.
So
so the answer is yes. It's a standard queen mattress, and yes, it fit. We did struggle quite a bit. We wrestled with that thing.
All right, so note, if you're going to try it, open up the back window, because there's going to come a point where one of you'll have to have two people. It's not a one-person job by any means. And one person will have to climb up in there to kind of navigate around and push and pull. But
you're going to have to basically stick your rear end out that back window there so you can get room to squish it down. Once you get it in there, it's fine. It's very comfortable.
Yes.
The hard part is getting it past the two wardrobes and then that down slant. But once you get it there, it's good to go.
I do have one suggestion, and we didn't do this, but I think it would make it easier. Pull the TV out.
Oh.
Because that kept on bumping around. I was afraid and I maneuvered around it because I didn't want to hurt it.
Rip it out, yeah.
Yeah, so I think just pop it out. Take the TV out before you put the new mattress in. But you did point out some of the downsides to it.
Okay.
So it's a give and take. You get a much more comfortable mattress. It's a lot thicker. So when we experienced a lot of the cold weather, we didn't feel any of the chill.
Yeah, we were insulated more. It was a lot warmer, I think.
But what did we give up?
So the areas that you give up is, first and foremost, you lose that on the 2018s. You've got a lower, I don't know if the 19s have this, but definitely on the 18s, you've got a lower storage area on the side that's closest to the refrigerator. Yeah. And that side there, the mattress is too high. You cover that up. And there's outlets in there. There's plug outlets in there. So you don't have access to that either.
If you have a 14-inch one.
If you have a 14-inch,
If you even have like a 10-inch mattress, I think you'd be fine. You could still access those.
Yep.
But as high as we did, we lost them.
Yeah, probably the most concerning part is is that the height of that 14-inch pillow top puts our heads and pillows right even with the side window over there.
With the one that's just like this.
So when you have these screens, you know, your pillow or your head is inadvertently going to knock that in the middle of the night and push it out of shape. Some insects can probably get in. So that's probably the worst for me. The other ones, there's workarounds. Like for us with the electrical thing, Kerry says, hey, we really don't use that TV too much. Or even if we do, you know, we can just plug a outlet in there that has a USB, and we can, you know, just run the cords in there. So that fixes that. But
and then the other thing is access to the storage under the bed compartment.
That's true. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
I can, but it requires some more muscle. It's a lot more difficult than with the original mattress that they put in there.
Yeah.
And I will say that when we had first started and we had the issue with the board for the furnace,
yeah,
I was terrified that they
too.
were going to want to have to get under there. Thankfully, they didn't. When they need to work on it, it was from the outside panel.
Exactly.
So
I was scared of that too.
But so that's the downside if you swap them out. But you can do it.
Yep.
I'm not sorry that we did it all.
No, comfort at this point, with us living in here full time, comfort trumps just about everything.
Yes.
So I hope that answers her question.
Yes. Now, the next one was submitted by Louis Outside.
Okay.
And he said, catching up with your videos, not sure if you've already covered this topic, but do you use an RV-specific GPS? We have not covered it, and no, we do not. However, I think given the size of our rig, at our comfort level, we don't need it. But if we owned anything bigger, I would. And the reason why, if people are unfamiliar with these, you can put in the size of your rig,
the height, yeah,
the weights, the lengths. So that way, when you're planning your route and you put it through there, it will help you avoid maybe overpasses, you know, bridges.
Yep.
Not only that, but inclines and declines.
Another bonus for having a smaller unit like the Little Guy Max is we don't have to worry about that. We can pretty much go anywhere we want, and we're going to fit in. Maybe not a parking garage, but you know, anywhere the main roads and stuff. We haven't had any issues with it, and I don't foresee any issues.
No, and I've noticed that our rig, the Little Guy, is actually just slightly more narrow than the truck. So if the truck can make it through somewhere, we know we don't have a problem with that. And then the weight issue isn't such a big deal.
Exactly.
So for us, we don't need it. But again, I would get it if I had something larger. And Garmin seems to be the prevailing one that offers the most. It has Bluetooth connectivity and all sorts of other little fancy things to add to it.
There you go.
Let's see. The next one is from Randy's Adventures. And she was responding to our Harvest Toast video that we put up. She said, great Harvest Toast video, guys. I subscribed a while back, but haven't used it yet. I think it's a valuable tool for those like you that travel from spot to spot versus me who goes out on weekends.
Yeah, I can see that, you know, in a way. But really, if you wanted to make a Harvest Host your weekend, or you wanted to make a couple of Harvest Hosts your weekends, it would be a great way to spend those. And, you know, at this point, and for you, Randy, and for other people who are kind of weekend warrioring this, it's just a great way to get a different experience than a campground. Like if you want to be the only person out there and you want to get and meet some amazing people at a restaurant or a winery or something, it's the whole experience. And I think it would be very helpful for somebody like you if you just wanted a different experience. You know, if you go weekend after weekend after weekend to state parks or something like this can be something that's a lot different for you.
Definitely. I think, though, on Randy's point, it makes sense if you are in an area where there are Harvest Toast locations within a day's drive, so you can make a weekend on it.
Yes, that's very true.
I think that you have to factor that in as well. However, they have over 600 locations already.
Yeah.
And more businesses are jumping on board. And let's say there's a really cool place close to your hometown. You could approach them and try to bring them on as a Harvest Host site. And you would get a bonus for that as well, but then that would also open it up where you could go and camp at a farm or a really cool petting zoo or
winery,
winery or something
golf
like that.
course if you're into that.
So there's loads of options, and I think that it's good for weekenders as well as full-timers.
Yep, me too.
And one of the main reasons why we're hitting as many as we can, one, we can and we love them, but two, we want to give people a good idea of the variety that's out there.
Yeah, there's so many out there. We have a link down below to our Harvest Host sites. Go ahead, and if you haven't signed up and you want to sign up, get yourself 15% off of that, and they'll kick us back a little something too.
Something. All right, so this one I just thought was really cool. Someone reached out to us via YouTube and said, "Hi, I think I saw you at our KOA campground.
Yes.
Drive safe and keep up the good work." And this was submitted on YouTube by Proceeding Onward in America POA. First of all, hello.
Yeah, hey guys. You know what? I watch you guys on Instagram all the time, and I've checked out your YouTube channel as well. They've got a very cute dog, and you know what is horrible is we were there in Arlington, and I thought I recognized him. There was a guy working at that KOA, and I was like, that looks like him. I didn't say anything, and now I'm kicking myself in the butt
because you didn't say hello.
Yeah, because not only are they somebody that I've seen on YouTube and Instagram, so it's really cool to meet up with them, but they seem like a great couple. They're full-time RVers. Check out their YouTube channel. Check out their Instagram. I really am upset that I didn't just follow up and go say hey.
I mean, the worst they could say is, "No, that's not us."
I know. I wasn't thinking.
But the main reason, besides the shout out, that I wanted to mention this is that if you do think you see us, we want you to stop us and say hello.
Yeah.
And because we would love to say hello back. Don't be shy. If you think it's us, just
I gotta practice what we preach because I should have done that with them.
I know. Well, that's what made me think it.
Yep.
So stop, say something, and say hello.
Yes.
And then we have, and if you hear any wind right now in New Mexico,
super windy out
we're still in New Mexico. I forgot to start off where we were. 50-mile-an-hour gusts.
Yeah, we just dove right in. So
we'll do some of the small talk maybe in just a bit.
Okay.
So the next one was submitted by Raylene DeBurr, and this is in response to the how-to video that we did.
Oh yeah, your bungee cord video.
My bungee cord thing. Now she came up with a great idea. We can't implement it just because of our situation, but it's something that I think that would be viable for anybody else to try as a modification. And she said, "Did you ever think about installing the airplane push button handles in the cabinets?"
So we've seen that on quite a few RVs at this Tampa RV show.
Yes, a lot of them are going that route.
I think I know where you're going with it. You know, our tools, we don't have a whole lot of tools.
Right.
And then maybe, the hardware, the existing hardware is already put on there. We would have issues trying to hide those holes.
Well, yeah, I mean, for me, unless we could do it where the two holes would be.
Yeah.
But then we would have two, but I don't know how that would connect.
Yeah.
But I definitely think that if somebody has the tools and the ability, take a look into that option.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have to bungee up every time you go, all the better.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it doesn't take me long, but I would prefer not to do it.
Thank you, Raylene. Appreciate that quality comment there.
And then the last one, this was submitted by Donald Morgan.
Okay.
And he said, "Speaking of camper cooking, water conservation is always a must while boondocking. How do you manage to wash produce in a conservative way?" And
that's all you.
So I'm putting a link down below, and you don't have to get this kind, but it's a fruit vegetable wash. You can at any grocery store or on Amazon. I did the Amazon link below just so you can see a sample of what it is. But it's just this great little spray. You spray it down, and what that does, it's twofold. You're not using water to wash them, and then you're also not having gray water sit in your tank. So, and the other good thing about these fruit vegetable washes, It'll break down a lot of the wax or some of the chemicals
Yeah.
that sometimes just washing with
Yeah,
water.
they put it
does
on there
help.
just to make it look pretty. You know, so that is definitely a great opportunity. But, you know, if you're not interested in that, if you just want to use water, we saw a great video a while back where the lady just had a spray bottle and she'd
Yep.
spray it with water. It's a lot less water than actually turning it on or having a cup of water and pouring it in there. So that's a good way as well.
So either one with those, and it helps you while you're boondocking for sure. Even though we have partial hookups right now, we're still kind of in that conservation mode as far
For the
as
tanks.
For the tanks.
Yeah, we don't want to fill those.
And Russ, even though we could use the Blue Boy
Yeah.
and take it over, or we could hook back up and go. I think Russ has like challenged himself. Let's go a week.
The whole
Let's go a
reason
week.
the whole reason I'm doing that is because it's kind of far. If it was just in the campground, just like over here or something like that, I'd hook it up and tow it. But it's probably about a mile, having to go, you know, the direction we have to in the campgrounds. If we could just go out this way, it's a lot closer. But I don't want to tow that Blue Boy that far. So
His big truck with the little tank.
yeah, so I just want to wait until we're able to hook up and leave and then dump, you know. So
Well, I think we'll make it. We've been very judicious
yeah?
with our water usage.
Yeah.
So now, since we've done things in kind
We're
of
gonna
a
go into
reverse
small
order,
talk?
we're going to go to a little small talk.
Good, because I want to talk about something that really just ruined my day.
There's a reason why I bumped this to the end.
So I'm not the sweet tooth. I really don't like sweets as
Nope.
much as a lot of people. I grew up in Hawaii, and you know, seeds and mangoes are pretty sweet, but fruits and stuff like that are more than candy. But I had an insatiable sweet tooth the other day. I just wanted sweets. Carrie was lying in bed. I had gotten out of bed. Like, that's how bad it was. It was like I was in bed. I was like, no, I want a sweet. I climbed over Carrie to go grab a sweet. Opened up the our food storage area, and what do I find? Oh! I'm like, yes, Carrie didn't eat all the Jack Daniel's Tennessee fudge caramels. Yes, yes. I open it up, super excited, and all of a sudden my nose starts, you know, I'm gonna sneeze. Carrie stores pepper in there.
Well,
Oh, here
because-
goes again. I'm gonna sneeze.
Yeah, because it fell and it got cracked a little bit, and so I didn't want pepper spilling in the cabinet.
Ruined my day.
Okay, first off, he should know me well enough after 27
That
years
it wasn't gonna be there.
that probably a week after we
Yeah.
bought that, there was nothing
But
left.
but I was just like, yes. No. It's kind of, you know, it's not the same, but it kind of feels the same. Like when you take a drink of. And you're expecting Sprite and it's water, you know?
Yeah.
It was something like that. I was just crushed.
I'm so sorry.
I think I ended up making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Well, the other thing, Russ ran into Harbor Freight the other day
Yeah.
to get a screwdriver. And,
We needed a small one.
And he comes out because he can never go into Harbor Freight and get just the one
You
item he
can't,
went
no
in
man
for.
can go into Harbor Freight and come out if they're just going in for a $1.97 screwdriver. They cannot go in just to get this. It's impossible. I think it's illegal in most states.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was looking for I just had to buy something else. Something. And what do I see? I see this. This is a battery powered light that has Velcro on the back. And look at this. Boom! It is super bright. I mean, super bright. I was like, you know, when we're boondocking, when we're out in the middle of nowhere, we can do that. So I bought 2 of them. They actually had ones at Harbor Freight that had the little dial for fading light and stuff. But I was like, no, I don't fade light. I mean, if I want light, you know? So I knew I could sell this to Carrie.
I mean, we have our solar panel and we have lights.
But we have not used lights before because we were worried about our recharge.
Well, that was because it was a very cloudy day. So,
Yeah. But there could be some other cloudy days coming. But you know, so you know what I thought was funny about this? I got to read in the back of this. So before we use this, we have to go buy something else.
yes.
There's a warning section right there. Warning, to prevent serious injury. 1, wear, I don't know if it's ANSI or ANSI approved safety goggles during use.
So you buy lights that I have to wear goggles with. Those things are ridiculously bright.
Yeah.
You cannot look into them. I told him if he puts them anywhere, it has to be underneath the cabinet area where it shines down, that I never will look up into.
Yeah, it's a pretty obnoxious light as well.
Those will be last resort lights.
Yeah, I mean
possible.
it's an obnoxious light. I mean that's obnoxious. You know, it's not like a nice warm light like this one is. You know, that's warm. This is cold and obnoxious, but it serves its purpose if we need them.
So pointing that out, in the little guy, you have the 2 sets of lights that are available when you are boondocking and not plugged into anything, and the nice warm lights, and you have 4 of them in each corner, over by the bed and then over here.
Yeah.
And then you have the row of lights above. I love these corner ones because even though they're LED, they've still got that nice warm glow that you would have. And so in the evening time, I prefer that light. It's a nice comforting light.
Yeah, and we tend to use those. I mean, you can turn all these lights on, and then you can manually shut them off if you only wanted one over here and nothing else back there. But no, this is a much nicer light.
Well, tomorrow is kind of an exciting day because we're back on the road again. We've been stayed put for a full 5 days.
Yeah.
At the campground.
We were supposed to be here 6, but we have some business we have to handle. I have to do some work in El Paso.
We're going back to El Paso.
Yeah, just for 2 nights.
Where our story started.
Yep. And I think maybe I'll take some Faces and Places video in there to show what I do.
At the company.
Yeah, so I have to go to the main office here.
Show all sorts of metal detectors and things like that.
Yep.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, definitely. Well, guys, that's all we have right now. Thank you so much for your comments, your questions, your tips, your concerns. Please send them our way. Kerry's going to tell you about them right now, but we have one extremely special one that we would love you to use if you could.
And that's go to theroadsweroam.com. And if you have an extra second, scroll down to the bottom and click on that little guy icon. It'll take you to their website where you can see some of our videos that are featured there.
Okay.
And we're also on Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, as well as Spreaker and iTunes, where our podcasts are.
So the one that we'd really like him to use is which one? The new widget, the new plugin you just used.
Oh yeah, see my brain.
So I was trying to word it in. I'm like, okay.
All right, so before you click on the little guy thing.
Yeah.
If you want to be featured in next week's Q&A in a really cool, special way, when you go to our website, you're going to notice on the right-hand side of the screen, it says send voicemail. You can record a message to us that we will be able to download and play live on the show.
Yeah.
Well, not live, but
yeah, you'll be able to hear your voice. We'll be able to hear your voice. We'll actually be able to have a put more to these people than just text, if we haven't met you already. But if you don't want your voice to be over the air, just say, please don't play this, and we'll respect that. But also, if you just want to call and say hello to us, you can do that. And the really great thing about that is you don't have to be nervous that, if I mess it up, you can record it as many times as you want.
Until you get it right.
Yeah, let's say you do it once, you listen to it, and you're like, I didn't mean to say that. Just click reset, and then re-record again.
Somebody like me created that.
Yeah.
Because recording voicemail messages just on my phone takes me, it's painful. I have to write it down, and then I read it off.
Yeah, I know, I'm the same way.
So yeah, if you can do that, and that, we would be so excited. We would love to get that rolling for next week's Q&A.
I don't think we've gotten one yet.
No.
So if you hurry up, you could be the first.
Be the first. How about the very first person that calls to leave a message on our voicemail? A nice message. A nice message. We will send you a t-shirt.
Yep. So the race is on. What are you waiting for? We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.